Good morning and greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Divine Guidance. We are going to continue on our sacred path in our teachings and our healing process for to help us in our life and helping us guide us and everything to bring that healing that we're seeking in our life. Okay. So we're going to continue in this, and I have the cards here ready, and I got the book. I even got my glasses, my reading glasses. Yes. All right, guys. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and as always, I am going to ask the great spirits, my spirit guides, my spirit animals, my power animals, God, the Holy Spirit, my Lord Jesus, to help and to give us guidance, and that they should give us what it is that we need to know for this week. Okay, so this is going to be for the week of, let me pull up the calendar real quick. This is going to be for the week of November 16th through November 22nd. Okay, so it's gonna, I know today's Thursday, but it's okay. This is for this week. Okay, so I will try to get these out on Mondays, but for some reason Mondays haven't been too good for me. I don't know why, but Mondays and Thursdays is my day off, so I will try to get them out on Mondays. I was going to try this past Monday, but it didn't work out. I can't remember what happened. Actually, I've been a little bit under the weather, so I slept quite a bit that day. Okay, so trying to get myself good so I can be able to go to work and everything on my new job that I got working at the gym. Okay, so, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now and everything. I'm not 100%, but I'm having faith and I'm believing that I will be 100% by the end of this week. It is mine and my wife's and mine anniversary. Oh, I guess this card wants to come out. On Saturday, 15 years. 15 years this woman has been able to put up with me. So I give all shouts out to my wife, my beautiful wife, for being able to put up with me for that long. Everything that's, we've been through. I mean, it hasn't been a rough ride, but in the beginning with all my drinking and stuff, well, that's another story when I used to drink. So, but, it's going to be a beautiful week, and I'm looking forward to it and everything. So, let's get on with our teaching. Okay, like I said, a card popped out, and that's the card we're going to use. Okay, it just flat out popped out. It didn't pop out face up this time, but it is the only card that came out. So we are going to use this card, and the card that came out, I'm sorry, I'm lowering the volume to the music. I don't want it to be too loud and overpowering me. Okay, the card that came out, wow, Burden Basket, and it is a new card. Burden Basket. Self-reliance, as it says right here in the bottom. Self-reliance. Burden Basket, self-reliance. Alright, so let me put on my spectacles here, and let's look up what the Burden Basket has to say. Okay, Burden Basket. And again, we're using the Sacred Path workbook. Okay, I'm using this to give detail on what it is we're going to be learning. I, as usual, will be putting in my input of what I feel Spirit is saying, or maybe some of my wisdom that may come out. I will try to make this a little bit more easier understanding for those of us that have a hard time understanding this book. I know sometimes I do, but you know, I get guidance and I just put in my 2 cents. Grab your coffee if you like. I know I am. All right, guys. So, burden basket, which is self-reliance. Okay, and let's read what the attributes are. Exhibiting strength of character and self-sufficiency, taking care of business, being poised, confident, handling life with ease, having responsibility for self, using your gifts to the highest potential. You hear those of you that have gifts? Using your gifts to the highest potential. You got that? The card is telling us. Using your gifts to the highest potential. Do you have gifts that you have been given? Remember, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but our gifts, and I'm sure I have, but I don't know if it's been on this. Our gifts are given to us not for us. Our gifts are given to us to help others. If you notice that when we're helping others, our gifts flow. Our gifts pop. And we start getting revelation. We start getting wisdom. We start getting insight in a lot of things. We start, you know, giving people like a word, a spontaneous word, maybe a one-word word. One-word word, yeah, okay. You know, maybe a sentence, something that clicks with them, something that they needed to hear. Okay? That's when our gifts are activated. And that's when they're at the highest. So we need to be able to use our gifts to the highest potential. Okay, so if you're saying, well, I don't have no gifts, my gifts haven't been working, they're stagnant. Okay, are you trying to use it just for yourself, or are you trying to use it for others, to help others? Because our gifts are for others. Our gifts are to help with others. Okay. That's what they're there for. That's why they're gifts. They're not just for us. I mean, yeah, we can use them, you know, whatnot. They'll come out when we need it to come out, you know, for us if it's a message that we need or we're waiting for something. But our gifts are specifically to be able to help others in life. Okay, so using your gifts, your gifts to the highest potential. Owning your mastery. What are you a master of? You need to own that. Own that. What's the strongest part of your gifts? What is it that you master? You need to own that. Challenges. Okay, these are our challenges. My hair. Oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. Don't look at my hair. Challenges. I'm trying to be a little funny. Challenges. Using own talents. Avoid panic or running for help. Not being a burden or victim. Refusing to carry another's burdens. Procrastinating. Trusting who you are. Okay, these are our challenges. Okay. Now let's go ahead and read the individual application. Okay, individual applications. And here we go. Burden Basket tells us that our strengths are not found in how many burdens we can carry, but rather in our ability to use that strength to toss those burdens into the fire of creation so that we may continue life by celebrating the joy of our present creation. When we sacrifice the sticky old victim routine, we can look the future in the face. Then it will be time to weave a new burden basket that holds the different reflections of our burdens, our joy. When we acknowledge our ability to create our own joy through self-reliance, we are trusting the self. Okay, let me read that again. When we acknowledge our ability to create our own joy through self-reliance, we are trusting the self. Okay? The poise and self-assuredness that accompanies this new sense of well-being is true balance. When we can drop the victim role in our shadow side and stand proud, we have learned how to carry our own burdens. Okay, so we need to stop thinking of ourselves as a victim. Okay, no more victim mindset. Okay, no more victim mindset. Okay, we need to stand proud in who we are, stand proud in what we've learned through our trials and tribulations and all our stuff that we've gone through in life. Okay, stand proud that you've learned from them. Not stand proud because of what, that we went through it, or that it's happened to us, whatever it may be. But stand proud that we have learned from it, and that we're stronger from it, and to be able to move forward, and to be able to help somebody else that has gone through the same situations, okay, that we have gone through. Okay. When we let others do the same by refusing to always be there to rescue them, we have empowered them to find their own strengths. Okay. Now, we can't always be there for people. Okay. We can't always be helping them. Okay. Especially if they're, they're needy. Yeah, in the beginning, okay, help them out, guide them, show them. But if it's a continual thing, and it's more they're relying on you to help them through everyday life, then that's not good. Okay. It's like our own children. It's like spoiling our own children, not allowing them to learn about life, not allowing them to experience life. Just trying to protect them all the time. Not letting them go outside and play, because they might get hurt. They might scratch themselves. They might get a bug bite. They might get dirty. Oh, this, that. Let them experience life for themselves. Let them go out and explore. Same thing with our friends, with our families, whoever it is. Okay, we cannot always be there trying to help them out of whatever it is that they're going through. Okay, we have to pull ourselves away at a certain point. Okay, when you see that they're constantly coming to you for the same thing over and over, they can't seem to get out of their own rut of life and stuff like this. And we all have these friends. Okay, we all have these friends, and you may know a few of your friends that do that to you. Okay, you may have one friend in particular that does that a lot to you. Okay. The card is telling us, the book is telling us that we need to step away. We can't be there all the time for them. We need to let them empower themselves. We need to let them learn on their own to get through whatever situation they're going through. Okay, I'm going to read that one more time. When we let others do the same by refusing to always be there to rescue them, we have empowered them to find their own strengths. Okay. Since the burden basket has appeared in your cards today, both sides of this lesson apply. It could be time to rid yourself of some bit of gossip or worry you unwillingly added to the weight you are already carrying. Ooh. So it is time to get rid of that extra baggage, that extra weight that is weighing you down. Okay, that gossip, mitichis for those Spanish people, all this stuff. Okay, the drama. I mean, this world is so full of drama. If people had more love in their life, more self-love to start off with, if this world had more self-love to start out with, this world will actually be a better place. The reason why there's so much hate in this world is because people hate themselves. People do not love themselves. That's why. If people can love themselves, they'll be able to love others. You got to be able to love yourself before you can even love others. If somebody says, "Oh yeah, I love people," but they're hating on themselves, they hate their life, they hate this, they hate that, hate. All you hear out of their mouth is hate, 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 hate. They've tried committing suicide. They're not happy with themselves. Whatever. There's no love there. And they're lying if they say that they love others. Because before you can love anybody else, you have to love yourself, and you have to be full of love to be able to love others. Point blank. Okay. All right. So if this does not seem to apply to your present situation, look and see if you have dumped your burdens on another without asking permission. A lot of times we can dump our burdens onto somebody else, a spouse, a family member, a friend, or whatever, without their permission. Okay, we need to have their permission in order to do that. Okay, we can't just go dumping stuff. It's like those energy vampires just coming and sucking the life out of you without even asking for any help, any energy, or anything like that. They just come by and just suck it right out of you. Just like a vampire sucking the blood right out of you. It's the same thing with the energy. Okay, handle the problem if you feel it was unfair of you to add to their burdens by offering an apology. Do not add to your present lot by taking on any guilt. Okay, don't feel guilty about it. Just ask for forgiveness. To go up to your friend or whoever it was. Tell them, what, I'm sorry for. I believe I had put, my burdens on you without even asking, and, I apologize, and this and that, okay? But don't feel guilty, because then that's just going to add a lot more onto your plate of what you got, okay? We don't need to have guiltiness. Just apologize. Ask for forgiveness. You may not have meant to do it, but still, ask for the forgiveness, okay? Simply forgive the error and correct the attitude that you made. And correct the attitude that made you, not that you made, but that made you feel it was necessary to dump your problems on another. One way of correcting the attitude is to receive consent from friends before talking about your problems. It's like, you can go, you can ask a friend, say, hey, I have a situation, can I talk to you about it? Can I ask you for your advice? Do you mind if I vent? Just don't go blurting it out and blah, 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 blah. People have problems of their own. Maybe they're going through a situation at that time, and all they need is to hear whatever it is you're going through, which might not be as big of a problem as what they might be going through. Okay, and that's just going to add on to them. So ask for permission. Say, hey, can I ask you for some advice? However you want to phrase it, but ask. Okay. One way of correcting an attitude is to receive consent from the friends before talking about your problems. Another way to handle the situation is to go within your own consciousness in silence and find a place where your personal answers live. Then access your truths by listening to the wise person that lives within you, or the elder you will become. Okay? So in a sense, what it's saying here is to meditate. Go into a quiet place, put on some meditating music. I love listening to the Native American music, stuff that's mellow, that helps you get into the meditation mode. In Spotify, they have Native American meditation. You can go into there, or you can go into Pandora and look under shamanic healing, shamanic music, Native American music, flute music, all kinds of stuff comes up. And I like listening to that. I love actually listening to that. That's what I have on right now. I love listening to it, and just going into meditation, okay, and just seeking the guidance. If there's something that I'm needing to know, I'll ask Spirit, to help me, to guide me, to help me with the wisdom that I need. Okay, I search within, and we have the answers. Okay, Spirit has the answers. Our guides have the answers. And if you haven't met your guides, go into meditation and ask that they come to you and to reveal themselves to you. Okay? But we can find the answers within ourselves. Go and meditate. Find a quiet spot. Throw some music on. And meditate and seek the answers that you're looking for. Then access your truth by listening to the wise person, okay, that lives within you, or the elder you will become. Another message of the burden basket may be that you are ignoring or not feeling the strength that lives inside you. Another message of the burden basket may be that you are ignoring or not feeling the strength that lives inside you. Are you ignoring what is inside you? Are you not feeling the strength that you have and always seeking strength from somebody else? Weakness is really based upon an inability to make a decision. If we look at our weakness rather than our strengths, we are refusing the original decision we made to be. We are refusing the original decision we made to be. And to be is actually italicized. So there's emphasis there. Let's look at that again. If we look at our weakness rather than our strength, and a lot of us are always looking at our weaknesses. We don't look at the strengths, we look at our weaknesses. Okay? We need to stop that. We need to look at our strengths. Don't concentrate, don't hone down on those weaknesses. The only time you should be looking at any kind of weakness is to get rid of it. It's like a bodybuilder or a power lifter or strength training, sports. They look at your weakness. You look to find what your weakness is to get rid of it, to make it stronger. That's how we need to be in here and in here. Okay? And this is what the Spirit is telling us. Okay? We need to stop looking at our weakness and look at our strength. That way we can become who we are to be. Okay? When Great Mystery created all things as thoughts and gave free will, we each had to make the decision to be physically manifest or not. When Great Mystery created all things, so if you believe in creation, in God, as God being the creator of everything, okay, and gave us, because God gave us free will. That's why there's bad things happening in this world. That's why there's sin. That's why, God gave us free will. He doesn't make us do anything. He gave us free will. Creator gave us free will to do what we wish. Now, a lot of people choose to do wrong. A lot of people choose to do evil. That's their free will to do that. Now, will consequences be paid? Yes, the consequences will be paid. Everything comes with a price. Okay? You do bad, you're going to have to pay the price of doing that bad. If you do good, you'll pay the price for doing good. You'll reap the benefits of blessings and stuff, okay? We each had to make the decision to be physically manifest or not, okay? It took great strength to decide to walk the red road of physical life. That strength has not disappeared except perhaps in our minds. We still have that strength, but our mind has gotten weak. because of all of the stuff that's going on in this world. All the stuff that's bombarding us has made our mind weak. Mm. I think this is going to be a little bit long of a message today, but it's okay because Spirit is talking to us. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, I'm not going to give you detail about it, but a couple of years ago, something happened. Okay, to me. All right, and I felt so defeated. I was a strong person. I worked out. I would lift heavy. I would do this. I was really strong-minded. We'd go on hikes. I was always pushing everybody, and everything. I was very strong, mindfully, spiritually, physically. And then all of a sudden, this thing happened. It brought me down. The more and more I worried about it, I pondered about it, wondered what was going to happen, and this and that. Oh my goodness, it tore me down. It weakened me. I couldn't hit the gym like I was hitting it. It's like my strength gains just went downhill. We would go on hikes. Instead of me pushing people and motivating them, I felt defeated. I couldn't even make a hike up a mountain, that the rest of us were making. I wanted to quit. I felt beat. I felt like I was beat. I was weak. Everything because of what had happened. And it sucked. It sucked. Even though Spirit told me everything's going to be fine, everything was going to be good, but still in my mind, this is where it was at. It was in my mind that weakened me. So when my mind weakened, the rest of me got weak. But even though Spirit told me that everything was going to be fine and everything, I still felt defeated. When I realized that, I had to change my mindset. I had to strengthen myself back up. I had to get with Spirit. I had to get in prayer. I had to get with God. I had to get back into my routine and believe that I'm a victor. Okay. I had to believe that I was not defeated, which I wasn't. I wasn't defeated, but in my mind I was. Okay. And it happens to a lot of us. Whatever our situation can be, a divorce, a breakup, a loss of employment, whatever the situation may be, a loss of a friendship, somebody passes away, it can really tear us down. We can feel defeated. And we shouldn't allow that to happen. Yeah, okay, we lose somebody and somebody passes, or whatnot. We should rejoice for them. Yeah, we're gonna feel bad. We lost somebody we love. We're gonna mourn. Hey, there's a mourning process. There's a healing process in that. Okay, but we shouldn't allow that to defeat us. Our life isn't gonna end because we lost somebody. Our life still continues. Okay. Yeah, it sucks. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't saying, hey, it's the greatest thing ever. It sucks. But we can't let things in our life defeat us. Okay? Even another example is in our process when we're getting ready to move up here to Virginia. I was separated from my wife, not in a bad way, but we're separated for a while because she moved up here first. I was left behind with the kids. The kids gradually moved up here from El Paso to Texas and everything. So I was the last one there, but during the whole time that my wife and I were separated because of work and because of the move, the process of move and everything like that, um, man, it was hard on me. I mean, I've been with my wife for like, 14 years. Actually, at that time, we had just made 14 years that we were married and everything. And actually, it's been a year now that she's moved up here, that she's been up here and been in her job. But anyways, you know, without her being around me, man, it hurt. I felt incomplete. I wouldn't say I felt defeated or anything like that, but I mean, it really hurt, because I hadn't been away from my wife for so long like that. I mean, yeah, we would get away and this and that, we work or whatever. Sometimes she had to go out of town for work for a day or two, but for months, it was rough, so there was, I mean, I was going through some stuff, I ain't gonna lie, I was a bit depressed because I wasn't around my wife, Yeah, I had my kids, but once they left, I was even more depressed. And I felt like everybody left me. I had the four-legged babies and stuff like that, yeah, but, hey, still, that's different. But, there's another situation right there. It tore me down. Should I have allowed it to? No, I shouldn't have. But it happens. But we need to grow from that. We need to learn from that. We need to be able to, catch ourselves and say, okay, look, I can't let it defeat me. I am not going to let the things that happen in my life defeat me. We gotta be strong like that. We gotta say it out loud. We gotta proclaim that. I am not gonna let things in life defeat me, especially with so much that's going on in this world now, with ISIS and the stuff going on that happened in Paris, all the bombings and all this stuff that we're hearing. Everybody's butt getting hurt because of whatever situation. Christians because of the Starbucks cup is red instead of having holiday stuff. Come on, people. You know, there's more to life than a cup. So what? Anyways, that's a different thing, okay? But anyways, we need to be strong, okay? We need to not let things tear us down, okay? I've gone on that quite a bit. I'm trying not. I don't want to make this a whole hour thing, but okay. But I believe that you needed to hear that. Okay, I'm human. I've gone through the same things. I'm not perfect. I'm learning, and I'm always going to be learning. You know, I've always been the strong one. But yeah, I get weak. I get weak. My wife says I've gotten soft since I said, well, would you rather have me a little, softer than what I was before? Would you rather have me, angry or mad or whatnot all the time and everything? So, you know, there has to be some leeway there. Does she want me the way I was or does she want me the way I am? I mean, I know there's like a happy medium, but what do you want? Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. And you're going to see like a little pause and break in between right now because of the fact that my recording stopped because it went to 34 minutes. And so this is going to be kind of spliced in. So, okay, we're going to continue on. It took great strength to decide to walk the red road of physical life. That strength has not disappeared except perhaps in our minds. Call upon the power of that original decision and feel again the strength to master any situation, like I said. All right. In another instance, the burden basket reveals the lessons of seeking counsel from a person more experienced or wiser. Never ask for assistance unless you intend to honor the advice being given. So many times I see people that ask for advice, ask for people's help, and they're given the advice, they're given what it is that they need to do, but they don't take it. Why even ask if you're not going to do what was given to you? I don't get it. What, you didn't like the advice that was given to you, so you're just going to continue being miserable in your life? You asked for it. We're helping you. We're guiding you. That person gave you advice probably from what they've been through and how they overcame it. And that's probably what'll help you to get through your personal situation. Okay? It's like the stuff that, we pass down to our kids, because we've been around the block a few times. We know what's going on. We give our kids advice to let them know, hey, don't go do this, don't go do that. This is what's going to happen if you do this. Be safe. Or they ask you for advice, but then they turn around, and do the same thing over anyways. I don't get it. If you ask for the advice, take the advice and put it to use. If not, don't bother nobody, in giving you advice. Okay? Always choose a person who has earned your respect and trust through actions and not words. Then be willing to listen and act upon the wisdom given. Just don't go up to anybody. Go up to somebody that you respect, that that has been through it, that will give you good sound advice and not just give you a bunch of jargon. Don't go asking people for marital advice that have been divorced and remarried 5-10 times. And they're going through another divorce. What kind of advice are they going to give you? Find somebody who's been married for 14, 15 years. Okay? And they'll be able to give you advice on, how to have a good marriage. Same thing with finances. Don't go asking somebody financial advice if they broke. Find somebody who's made it, somebody who has money, somebody who's rich. Ask them advice on how they did it. Or, whatever the situation may be. Make sure somebody who you respect, somebody who's been through it, somebody who's not in the same situation that you're in, somebody who's overcome. To refuse to heed the advice you have asked for because of your sense of self-importance, lack of faith, simple stubbornness, need to always be right, fear of failure, or unwillingness to try something new is foolish and immature. Foolish and immature. So if you're not going to do it because of you're stubborn, you have lack of faith, whatever, all this stuff that I mentioned, don't bother asking. Okay. Remember to be grateful for the wisdom shared and to give back something for that wisdom. Be grateful. People are out there willing to help you. There's people out there nowadays that don't even want to help anybody anymore. Be grateful that there is people out there that still want to help people, that want to help you. Okay? Be grateful for that. Give something back for it. You don't have to pay them or anything like that, but pay them back with respect. Maybe take them out to dinner. Show appreciation for for what they did for you. Okay? It can be some needed household item, a dinner out, money, flowers, or a thank you that you have personally chosen. But the return flow is needed to show that you respect the teacher or wise person who assisted your growth. The burden basket always speaks of a time when you have the capacity to believe in your strength of character and to use your talents in order to achieve the self-reliance you seek. The independent action that leads you to greater heights is a sweet victory. The independent action that leads you to greater heights is a sweet victory. By using your own steam to forge a new trail, you have risked and earned the right to be proud of who and what you are. Okay? Do the work. You get the advice? Do the work. If you get the inner advice by spirit or whatnot, like we were talking about earlier, going to meditation, and you get the what it is that you needed, do the work. It's like going through these teachings. If you're sitting here for 30 minutes listening to this, 30 minutes plus, listening to what I have to say, read out of this book, teach out of my own wisdom and knowledge and experience, and you want healing in your life, do the work. If you're taking all this and watching all this and you're not doing the work and you're not getting the results that you would like, then you're just wasting energy sitting here watching this. If you're not going to do the work, you're wasting energy. This sense of well-being, when you seek advice and you don't do what it is that that person or whatever videos or whatever it is that showed you what you needed to do, say like for this, or a friend gave you advice or whatnot, and you don't do anything with it, nothing changes, you don't have anybody to blame but yourself. You can't say to the person, oh, your advice didn't work. Did you do anything with it? I prayed about it. Did you physically do anything about it? Did you do the homework? Did you put in the sweat? Did you move to do what it is you do? You're wanting to be healed by? Or did you just sit there and do nothing about it? It's like if you're if you need to find work and all you do is just sit there and pray, oh dear God, throw a job right in front of my face so that way I can make money and support myself. I ask you in Jesus' name. And you just sit there. You know what God's saying? Get your butt off of that chair and go put applications. Go look for a job. Put resumes. Put job applications. Okay? You need to go and do the footwork. That's how you're going to get a job too. God will open the doors, but you need to do the footwork. How are the people going to know you're out there looking for a job if you don't go out there and apply? Okay, so this sense of well-being is something that no one can give you or take from you. The knowing that you have bested your burdens and made the shadow self take notice is a rare and precious gift to the self. You have now proven to the shadow that you have a right to be. Now I know I may have been a little harsh, but sometimes, it's tough love. That's what it is. It's tough love. Sometimes you need that little spanking, that little slap, or whatever, that little to get you moving, okay? Like I said, it's like I'll use another example. It's like going to a personal trainer. Personal trainer gives you advice. Okay, you go to the personal trainer because you want to lose weight and you want to tone up. Personal trainer tells you what you need to do to eat healthier, to feel better, to get stronger. If you don't put to practice what that personal trainer told you to do, if you don't cut out all the bad foods out of your life and start eating healthier foods, you're not going to lose weight. You're not going to lose fat. If you don't hit the weights, do your cardio, whatever it is, the routines and stuff that he had you doing or she has you doing, you're never going to burn the body fat. You're never going to burn calories. You're never going to get stronger. Your cardiovascular is never going to get better or anything like that. If you do not do the footwork, nothing's going to change. Point blank. Okay? So you need to do the homework. You need to do the footwork. You need to do what you got to do your part. Okay? Well, I hope this message has helped you. I hope this teaching has helped you. I know this one is very long, but there's a reason why it needed to be this long. Okay? Share the message, share the teaching with others, with your friends who may be going through something. You know, leave a comment, let me know, okay, how things are working for you and everything like that. But like I said, do the homework. Do the homework. All right, until next time, until next week. God bless you. Namaste.